Mike, shot departure approved.
Departure approved, Linda, thank you.
Sure, 37 to Cessna off the departure, and we'll be making left traffic for the runway. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 3,000 feet, runway 36, clear for takeoff.
Alright, clear for takeoff, runway heading up to 3,000 feet there, Sierra 387, thanks.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Very good.
All right. I see you holding the stick there too. You're just trying to hold the collective steady while it's powering up, or?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing with my knees.
All right.
So, and it's also got a lock on here, control lock. Now we're at 75%, correction, we're in the green. So we got to check two different ignition systems. There's the right magneto, the left magneto. Both of them work. Now we're going to hit the freewheeling unit. See how one splits and the other keeps going? We want to know that rotor will continue to turn if the engine quits.
Where at though? I'm sorry, where are you looking? Right here?
Right here, yeah.
Okay.
See how those split?
Okay.
That's just like if you're riding your bike and you're pedaling real hard and then you stop and coast. That's exactly what it does.
Excellent.
Okay?
Right.
So
lets you coast. Now we'll turn the governor on and it'll pick it up at 80%. And slowly but surely run it up to
37, contact
100%.
37 on the porch, we'll see. I see. All right.
Okay. And we're going to turn
this. 17 Whiskey, follow Cessna on left base, number 2.
And then this throttle just kind of locks on there to where
you'll be able to see it move a little bit.
Oh, it'll move on there too. Okay.
It's pretty freaky.
Report information uniform, time 2053 Zulu, 10508. Visibility 10 miles, ceiling's broken to 4,600, broken 7,000. Temperature 27, dew point 21, altimeter is 2980.
Okay, now we can lock them up.
Visual approach runway 36 in use, landing in departing runway 36.
Pull back.
Advise on initial contact, you have information uniform.
Okie dokie.
All right.
Uniform it is.
Second Tower, helicopter 225 Tango Victor is at Casey Copters, like northbound departure, right turn out southeastbound, and we have uniform.
Helicopter 225 Tango Victor, exact tower departure from Casey Copter, beach on risk, right turn approved, southeast.
Okay, we're on the go, thanks, 225 Tango Victor.
So, a nice pick up here. We're going to go ahead and put a little bit of that in there. All right, you all set?
I'm all set.
So now we're watching that manifold pressure, which is the one on the lower right.
Gotcha.
And I'm pulling in more and more power. And probably will be airborne at 22, 23 inches. There we are. And then I'll pull in a little bit more as I tilt forward because I'm diverting that lift now.
Yep.
I hit what we call translational lift, which puts us in clean air, and we get about a 15% boost in efficiency there. So now we're going to go ahead and accelerate it to at least 40 knots, and we'll climb out at about 50 or so.
I see you're relieving pressure off of the tail rotor, and
yep.
You were talking about clean air. Is that from? I know with a helicopter, when you're so close to the ground, there's a force going back up at you from the ground. What do they call that?
Well, that would be ground effect, or just the air circulating back through the rotor is disturbed air, what we call it. So when we're in a hover like that, it's rotating air. The air that it's rotating down through is already coming down.
Okay.
Okay.
Because it's circulating.
Exactly. So as it's that angle of attack thing, it's actually when it circulates back through. So there, when you're getting clean air, that's air that isn't really coming down.
Okay.
And that's what we call you're translating into clear air, and that makes it more efficient, obviously, because you're not working with that air that already has downward force.
This is excellent.
Okay, so
All right.
one thing we didn't talk about is fingertips.
Okay.
And you're just going to want to use your fingertips. Leave your hand exactly where it is. And it's just going to be doing this.
No problem.
If you do watch how little it takes for me to turn. Watch the cyclic.
Yep.
I'm turning.
I see that.
Okay.
Actually, we're construction too, part-time.
Oh, that'll be huge.
Yeah. I run Bobcats all day.
Oh, man. I rented one and fell in love.
Yeah, they're
so you can see real easy.
Sure.
Okay, so you're on the controls.
Okay.
Is I want you to pull back just a little bit.
Okay.
And we're going to fly what we call the attitude. So we're going to find out what is straight and level. And kind of look at the cabin as it is to the horizon.
Gotcha.
And right there is straight and level.
I see.
So all we want to do now is keep that attitude. There you go. If it pitches down a little bit, we're going to go down. If it comes up, we're going to go up. So we want to hold it right there.
Gotcha. It's sensitive.
Yeah, but dude, you got it.
Yeah, I think I got this. Loving it.
Now I'm going to want you to ease just a little right, and so that's moving your hand just a little bit to the right, banking it. There you go, perfect. A little bit more to the right. Whoop. And basically we can fly anywhere we want to, but if I don't have to fly over those trees, I'm not going to. Because
Gotcha.
if I wanted to put it down someplace, then I don't have to worry about it.
We go over here by this clear?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Let's see how we're pointing down just a little bit.
Oh, yep.
To the upper left there, you can
Come
see the
back
vertical
over.
speed. There you go. Fly that attitude. There you go.
Excellent. Straighten out over here.
Man, unbelievable.
Really?
Yep.
Awesome.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I could definitely get used to this.
Oh yeah, well, it's just so obvious that, you know, you have the dexterity, you have the hand-eye coordination.
Yeah.
Working great for you.
Loving it. Loving it.
So we're gonna.
I haven't been looking at the, I'm trying to just watch the
Look
horizon,
outside,
so,
that's the way you're
yeah.
supposed to do it.
Awesome.
Especially in helicopters.
First 5 Yankee, clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go, 5 Yankee.
Yeah, this is great.
Whoop. Yep.
A little bit of
turbulence.
A little bit of wind there. Yeah.
One of those days where you're going to see a lot of that.
So 17 Whiskey, fall traffic on 1 mile final, number 2, clear touch and go.
Okay, let's pick up that road to the left and see if you can follow that road.
Over here?
Yep.
All right. A little bit of rudder. All right.
Actually, you don't. Ooh, jeez, that was close.
Whoa, that was close, wasn't
Man,
it?
oh man. Just caught him out of the corner of my eye. When we're straight and level like this, airplanes, when you turn, there's what they call adverse yaw.
Yeah?
That you have to correct with the rudder. But the pedals, when you make turns in these, you don't have to. So let's follow this road.
Yep. Come up a little bit there. Beautiful.
See how we're going down?
Yep, going to a little bit low there.
There you go.
Excellent. Oh, this rocks.
You're doing amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing for the first time around the controls. So So when we get down to this intersection,
Yeah?
let's make a right 360-degree turn.
Okay.
So what you're going to remember, as soon as you start turning, we're diverting a little bit of that lift.
Yeah.
So you're probably going to have to give it just a touch of back pressure.
Okay. And here we go.
Don't take much. Very good. Whoop. You're doing nice corrections.
Thank you. It probably comes from operating heavy machinery.
Yep.
There we go.
Oh yeah, I got that Bobcat, man, and I was in heaven.
Yeah, it's a blast.
We're descending a little bit. Just a little more back pressure.
Yep. I feel like I think it's because I can see down so far.
Yep.
I need to watch the horizon more, I guess.
Yeah, if you kind of look out there.
Really wants to cut into that air when you pull back on it, doesn't it?
Yep, it does. And that what you hear is a blade slap, which is one blade actually running into the turbulence from the blade ahead of it. The trailing blade hitting the turbulence from the one ahead of it. Awesome job.
Thank you. I feel like we are a little bit low, though, aren't we?
Never hurts to have more altitude.
You said 365 degrees, so we're going to head back south
360,
here.
yeah.
Alrighty.
The compass is 360 degrees. The calendar is 365 days. So 360 is your number.
Alright.
Okay, now let's do it to the left.
Alright.
Give me a little back pressure. We're getting kind of low.
There we go. Bring it up.
Executive Tower, Pilatus 279 November Golf, holding short runway 36, ready for departure. Plus 279 November Golf, Executive Tower, hold short, awaiting your release. Hold short 36.
I feel like there's a sweet spot there, isn't it, to where if you're...
Yep.
I don't want to pull too much.
Right.
Yeah, I'm still trying to gain altitude while I'm turning.
Yeah, very nice. You've really never done this before?
Never done it before.
Unbelievable.
I think I would love to make a habit of it, that's for sure.
Well, I tell you what, you really do have a touch, and it's definitely something you could do.
Thank you. Yeah.
For whatever reason, you already seem to have a head start. And it may be all the stuff, you know, that you've flight simulator.
Yeah, I think
delay with approach control.
pretty dexterous.
First 5 Yankee, clear touch and go. Clear touch and go, 5 Yankee.
We've gained altitude a little bit.
Number 2, clear touch and go.
Nothing wrong with that, don't worry about it. A little bit.
Number 2, clear touch and go, look over
There's
traffic.
a clutch light, and it only came on for a few seconds, so we're good.
Excellent.
Okay, now we'll roll out. Look at your descent. Oh, come back a little bit.
There we go.
There you go.
Traffic inside 17 whiskey.
So now we've got energy in the airspeed.
Okay.
So if we wanted to slow down, what we're going to have to do is basically pull back. Don't do it yet, but we're going to go back a little bit on the stick. But if we do that and we don't decrease the collective at all, you're going to climb. Right. So I'll do that while you begin to, and we're just going to pitch it back a little bit, so and watch it begin to slow down.
Yeah, I feel that.
Down runway 36. Call right down 136.
Watch the airspeed. It'll gradually come back.
I see.
And we're climbing a little bit, not much. That would be something I would correct with the collective more than you would the cyclic.
Yeah.
Jonathon County Tower, this is Commander 1352 Juliet. We're
55 knots.
9 miles to the east, southeast with uniform landing near
Now
field.
once we get down to about 40 knots,
Commander
we lose some of the aerodynamic help.
Juliet.
Are you hearing that tower, by the way?
So you have to kick in a little bit of that left pedal or right pedal?
Just a little bit. Okay. So now we're going to start descending because it's in that area where it needs a little more power. Yep. So let's go. Now we want to accelerate again. So you're going to pitch it forward a little bit.
Here we go.
And I'm going to increase the collective to compensate for that difference in lift. And so see, we lost a little bit of altitude, but not much.
Yep.
So we got just enough lift, perfect angle to increase airspeed, and otherwise do the other stuff. Feeling good?
Feeling great.
Okay, let's do a nice long orbit around that rock quarry.
Okay. We'll bring us back up a little bit here.
There you go. And now we'll just go ahead and level off and head due east.
Okay.
So if you want to know if you're flying straight, oh, a little rain shower. If you want to know if you're flying straight, obviously the helicopter is the most efficient when it's slipped directly into the wind, okay?
Okay.
So that yarn in the front tells us whether or not the air is coming straight over the helicopter.
The yarn, I'm sorry.
The little yarn right by the camera.
Oh, I see it. Okay. Yeah.
So if I press that left pedal, well, you can see already that it's not coming across. That means we're exposing more of the right of the aircraft to the air.
Sure.
So it's going to slow us down. Okay, it's going to create more drag.
Gotcha.
So if to correct that, I do that, I can do the same going the other direction. So to fly in trim, we call it, is to have it exactly like that.
Nice. I'm sure that helps with the tail fin and straightening you out.
Exactly. So right now you can see the pedals are about in the neutral position.
Okay.
Now let's do a good bank to the right.
Okay.
Good. And I want you to, let's climb up to about 2,300 feet.
Okay.
And you can level off here. So I'm going to increase that a little bit. Really didn't need to. If we wanted to maintain airspeed, I'd have to increase power.
Okay.
Down over Lewisburg already.
All right.
So we've been flying about 100 miles an hour, 110 miles an hour.
Awesome.
Hard to believe.
You said 2,300?
Yeah.
All right.
And obviously that's above mean sea level. The airport's 1,090 feet above mean sea level. So they always use sea level as the reference.
Level off here.
Okay. So what we're going to do is fly over to those fields over there.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to lower the collective to give you an idea of what an auto rotation would feel like.
Okay.
Don't roll off the throttle or anything like that. So it's basically just a regular descent. The nose is going to want to drop on you a little bit, so we're going to want to keep the speed at about 70 or so once we get into it.
Okay.
Come a little bit further to the right.
Those fields there?
Yeah.
All right. There we go.
We're in a good position. That way, if anything did happen,
excellent. Yeah.
or we needed to go ahead and do it,
I'm all for it.
So an auto rotation feels like this. Come back with the collective.
I see, yeah. Nice. Clutch is on and it's off.
So that's about what it feels like. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pull the power back in. It's not so bad, huh?
No, not at all.
And we're just right back at the altitude we started with, so.
Okay. Level us off, or are you trying to?
No, you're good.
Okay.
You're good. Nice little community down there.
Yeah. My dad actually works in Spring Hill.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's probably not too far from here.
Cool. Flying over there real quick.
Well, he's not at work today.
Oh,
but
okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, well, let's head on back to the airport so we can try a little bit of hovering.
Okay. Where is that at?
We're going to make a right turn northbound.
All right. There we go.
Excellent. Okay, you're good. Roll out.
All right. I don't see it.
It's going to be right up this road, as a matter of fact. You can see that white water tower up there? Just a little bit to the left, yeah. Just below the horizon.
Okay, going down.
Little airstrip down there. Private airstrip for those folks.
Oh, very nice. That'd be cool.
Yeah, really. Some of the hangars are bigger than the houses.
Yeah, no kidding. I can only imagine how this is during a storm,
It's a little bumpier.
or when you're like the corrections just
Yeah.
fighting it nonstop.
Well, what you try and do is you kind of let it roll on its own. It'll kind of self-correct.
Okay.
So if you're hitting a bunch of bumps, if you try and correct it a lot, that's when it gets really weird. But if you let it just kind of self-correct, then you got to make adjustments once in a while. But you don't try to fight every little bump.
Okay.
So we're looking right down the runway right now, as a matter of fact. We look just to the right of the runway.
I see. Yeah. I didn't realize
Taxiways of the runway, yeah.
Didn't realize we'd flown that far away.
We go fast.
Excellent. Oops, sorry. No problem.
And exec tower, helicopter 225, Tango Victor is about
Yeah, I can only imagine doing this every day.
6 south, and we're inbound landing Casey copters with the weather.
Sorry.
Helicopter 225, Tango Victor, Victor Airport 2 south southeast for Eastern approach, Casey Copter, watch traffic in the back.
Okay, we'll call you 2 south southeast, thanks, 5 Tango Victor.
And a little bit to the right. So they've asked us to set up a little bit to the southeast, and we're looking right down the runway right now. He's got an airplane that is going to be on final approach. So we're going to come around to the right. That's good. And we'll pick up that road right over there and follow it northbound.
Okay.
So you were asking what now?
Oh, no, I was stating the fact that I can only imagine doing this every day. It would be excellent.
Oh, it's unreal, man. Especially if you think you would be a good teacher and you would enjoy that. You know, and that's the way that you move on to a good career. And it's fun. It's like guys who play football.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, it's work for them, and yeah, they have to work hard, but it's still a game.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And this is like the world's best video game.
My dad always told me, find something that you enjoy and you'll never work a day in your life.
You betcha. You betcha. Well, you really are a natural.
Thank you.
And I don't throw that around, so.
Appreciate it.
I mean, lately I've had a lot of people who have done really, really well. But you definitely are doing better than
24-2 Foxtrot, mounting on the port.
than 90% of the people that I normally fly.
Awesome. Love to hear that.
Clear Delta Euro, watch for helicopter inbound from the southeast, you're remaining east of the extension line. We'll keep our eye out for that helicopter and 58 Yankee request full stop.
A little bit of
Shift 58 Yankee,
wind there.
Clear to land, 58 Yankee.
when I do take my eyes off the horizon, I'm trying to glance at that vertical speed indicator.
Yeah.
Keeping us around 1,700.
There you go. Perfect.
All right.
Not too many people have the presence to do that on the first flight.
It's taking me a few minutes to warm up to that for sure.
Well, yeah, but you
Loving it.
this would by no means be a struggle for you.
Same thing with you, traffic to full stop this time, number 2, clear, touch and go. Traffic in sight, number 2, clear, touch and go. 7 with you.
Well, I never noticed that before. Huge houses down there.
Oh, no kidding. See that? Very nice. Big old private lake.
I guess, man.
And 5 Tango Victor's 2 southeast.
Yeah, this is only going to motivate me to start harassing the VA.
Traffic on short funnel for the runway and 1 train left.
I wanted to come in here and try this first.
Okay, we're looking.
Same thing with you, watch for helicopter 2 southeast, V-line 8.
Now we're going to kind of head for the runway.
Okay.
We'll get full traffic, 7 Tango Whiskey.
There we go.
Yeah, this is perfect for you. Right there, roll out. We don't want to get too close to it.
Okay.
Actually, going to stay on the right side of it.
Gotcha. I can
Just
see
to the
that
right of
plane.
that taxiway, yeah.
Yeah.
Your wrist do okay with this? It bother your wrist at all?
It's all right. I think, like you said, as long as I don't concentrate on every little bump and.
Yeah. And this doesn't have hydraulics, so it's much more feedback to it than you would normally have. So most of them don't shake like this.
It'd kind of be like having power steering.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's exactly it. Whoop.
So when we approach, as a helicopter, you don't have to approach down the runway. You can kind of just go down the taxiway.
In fact, we're required to not interfere with the fixed wing traffic.
Okay.
And
So,
Tower 58, Yankee.
Am I all right here? I'm gonna.
Yeah, you're perfect.
All right.
58, come out of the ground park. Get it. Out of the ground park.
We're just sending a little.
Good one, 58, Yankee.
Bring it back up. There we go. Bumpy.
So now we're going to start the process of beginning to slow down a little bit
Okay.
and approach the ramp. So what's going to happen is I'm going to start lowering the collective.
And I'm not going to pull back too much because we're still
Right.
right. We're
Right.
gonna-
So we're going to pull back a little bit to slow down,
all right.
but we don't want to descend any. There you go. And we'll hold the altitude here for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And then you're just going to pick a spot in that grassy area right across from our hangar.
Okay.
And we're going to try and fly right to that spot.
No problem.
Of course, I'll do that with the collective. All the while, we want to be pretty slowed down by the time we get there.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah,
Nice
I
and
feel
easy.
it.
There you go.
Wanting to come back as you lower that.
Oops, sorry, that was my fault.
That's all right.
Okay, we're going to keep it.
And we'll pass to the left of the King Air.
We got to maybe just a little bit over here.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Now you got it.
Oh, okay.
Gonna make this one a full stop. 7
Go
Tango
forward
Whiskey.
to the right. Yeah, right over there. Forward
Okay.
to the right, to the right, to the right. Come right.
7 Tango Whiskey, roger, clear to land.
There you go.
7 Tango Whiskey.
Awesome. Keep going. Keep going.
Okay.
Leave it the way it is. There we go. Okay, I have the controls.
You have the controls.
I have the controls. Very good. Now what we're going to do is work on a hover. So what I'm going to do is get it completely stabilized. Okay. Get everything all trimmed out so it's nice, and it kind of wants to do it on its own.
Okay. I'm taking mental note of the left pedal you got going on there.
See that left pedal? Yeah. That's counteracting that torque. If I want to turn more left, I do this. If I want to go more right, I just release it a little bit.
I see that.
So we're going to let you on the controls again.
All right.
And what you're going to want to do is just kind of keep it where it is.
All right.
So we're flying the attitude, and if it's sitting here, we don't care. There you go. Just little tiny corrections.
I see that.
Tiny. Fingertips.
Okay.
Okay.
Take it. You got it?
Now you have the controls. Well, you're on the controls.
Okay. Here we go.
There you go. Fingertips. There you go. Nice. Very nice. Excellent.
There it is.
You're flying that attitude. As long as it's like this, we know it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I feel that. That's nice. There we go, a little wild there.
Oh, that's far from wild.
Really?
Yeah.
Come back now, there we go. There it is.
There it is.
Took a little bit of practice, I can tell.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt.
All right, I have the controls.
You have the controls.
All right, I will tell you flat out, that's the best I've ever seen.
Really?
Yep. Absolutely.
Excellent.
First time, best I've ever seen.
Oh, feeling it. That's awesome.
So yeah, you got to do this.
I got to do this. I think I do. I don't have a choice.
And you know, I think, and if you want to do it, I'm not trying to chase you out of Kansas City or anything, but if you wanted to do it right away, I'd sure look at some of those other schools. Get with your VA guy stuff.
Well,
if you want to wait for us, if you're not in a hurry,
I don't know. I've got a lot of stuff to figure out.
So, but you definitely you could do this with absolutely no problem, and an incredible touch. I think a natural would fit. I can't think of any other more descriptive words than you're right there. Yeah, I mean, you're supposed to do this. So, especially if you have a passion for, let's turn on the air conditioning, which is basically opening the door.
Gotcha.
I didn't see anything that would indicate other than you'd be a great pilot.
Excellent.
Now, great pilots, anybody can fly them. It's learning the art of risk management, learning judgment. Most of the training is basically teaching you to do the right thing when the wrong thing happens.
Gotcha.
So getting intuitive and instinctive about that. Not doing stupid stuff. Always building in as much margin as you can. Minimizing your exposure to the risk is basically risk management. So and that's all we do.
Have a good day.
All we do is talk about how we can, like when we're coming in to land, there's a certain point when we are under 40 knots, and at a certain altitude where we are, if the engine quit, it would be very difficult to recover in and out of rotation.
So you want to spend the least amount of time in that zone?
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So when you learn to fly, there is, it's academia, just like anything else.
Sure.
It's like when you go to business school, you learn from all the professors and all the academics, and you get a good background. When you graduate, then you go out into the real world.
Yeah.
And the things you learn in school may not be the best things to do in business. And, the things that you have to, the way you have to fly for the FAA is not necessarily the safest way to do it. But that's how you have to do it for them. So we try and build up common sense, risk management strategies that help you when, that just build in more margin. It's just all about building in margin, and when you can't, then minimizing your exposure to the risk.
Nice. Yeah, and I expect to work at it. I know that this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot of other time needed to be spent on numerous other things, I imagine.
Well, it's one of those things where if you're going to do this, you want to be, the best pilot you can possibly think about being, as proficient as possible, as knowledgeable, as skilled. Try and fly with skill every single time. Do a perfect approach every time. Set it down perfectly every time. Perfect pre-flight every time. Perfect preparation every time.